Hello YouTube pipe community. I'm OTC Piper. Just getting started with my channel. Just thought I'd do a quick introduction. I've been a follower of many great channels over the years and never really had much of a mind to start posting my own videos. That all kind of changed when my younger brother, Catholic pipe steader, started doing some videos. The two of us had adopted a term from Shop Piper called the mantle, which is when a group, be it just two together or more, of pipe smokers get together. It's called a mantle. And if you watch this video, I think it's one on pipe etiquette. I can't think of a better term to describe a group of pipers getting together. So we've adopted it. I'd watch some of his videos, and in seeing some of the things, hearing him discuss some of the things that me and him have discussed, I realized that everyone's got something to add. So I just thought I would get out there and start putting out some videos. I chosen OTC Piper because I have an affinity for some of the time-honored over-the-counter blends. That's not all I smoke. I would say it's not the majority of what I smoke. I just happen to have an affinity for many of them. I think everybody has got that father, grandfather, uncle who used to smoke a pipe, or maybe still does, and it brings them fond memories of maybe simpler times. I know mine was my great-grandfather, who unfortunately has passed many years ago. And I remember always going over to my grandparents' house, and he'd be in the living room smoking a pipe, playing solitaire on a little TV tray. He pulls up to his chair while he watches a ball game or something like that. And just the aroma that would fill the house is something that takes me back even today. So every time I light my pipe, I don't think there's one pipe session that I do that I don't think of them in some fashion. And that's what kind of I started on some of the OTC when I first got started. I just went to a local shop and found a pouch, whatever they had laying around. I'm a simple guy. I like some of the OTCs. I like buying some tins. I buy some bulk. I have a few cobs. I really like some of the basket pipes. I don't buy a lot of expensive pipes. This is another one I have loaded and ready to go when this one goes out. It's a Casolero I got from pipesandscigars.com. It's a good pipe. I've always found a lot of the Italian briars to be more than adequate for me. Have some other high-end ones, but for the most part it's a lot of the Italian briars. And what I'm smoking today is the Dr. Graybo Omega. It's another good pipe. It's available for about $30. It's nothing to write home about, but it does the job. Give me a second to relight. I also like the wood match, just old school, I guess. Anyways, I started smoking cigars back in '03. I was deployed to Baghdad. Don't really know why I started smoking cigars there. Just at the end of the day, or my duty shift, I would sit back and smoke a cigar. Being away from home, in a tent situation, it's good to be able to relax. And there, you could buy Cubans, and I didn't know much about cigars. I just knew Cubans was one of those things that everybody put on some pedestal. And figured, well, I'm here, I can buy Cubans. I can't do this over in the States. So I went to a local shop. They some of the national the Iraqi citizens had, and they were all eager to take our money, of course, and started to enjoy it. coming back, I realized that there were many fine cigars other than Cubans. I hope I don't get too crucified for for saying that. It's just kind of my observation. I was in a cigar lounge or smoke lounge, and I'm from North Texas. I was in Arlington, and one of the guys there said, "Well, you know, you might like smoking a pipe. It's not, you know, it's really kind of apples to oranges, but it's you know, it's a good experience." And so I figured, well, I'll give that a try. So I went, of course, they were kind of the higher end. They didn't have a lot of the OTC blends. So I went to my local guy here in my town, and he had a, it was one of those places that mostly sold discount cigarettes, but he had a few pipe tobacco options as well. So I got some, I believe it was Captain Black and a corn cob. I figured, well, I didn't want to be out a whole lot of money if I wound up not really liking it, but I did. So I would go into his shop quite a bit, and you know, he had a bunch of the OTC dime store variety, and got to liking a lot of those. And I tried some other things. I've, you know, mostly buying bulk now. But one of the things that I have is this tin right here. There's a special story that goes, it's Prince Albert. It's nothing spectacular, 14-ounce can of it. I believe my great-grandfather smoked half and half, but I think he also smoked some Prince Albert. I'd see this at his place from time to time, from my recollection. I actually bought this about a month ago. I was thinking, you know, I really wanted to get a good OTC. Again, I was kind of running low on some that I had, just to have some around. So I went to my local grocery store, and they had in their tobacco case, they had this sitting on the bottom shelf, collecting a bunch of dust. And for the price point at the local retail establishment, it's going to be a little bit more than going to a lot of your online suppliers. I was just happened to be there, and I paid like $40 for it, I think. But one thing I noticed when I passed by is it had collected probably about an 1/8 inch layer of dust that I had to knock off later. And so I got it, and then I realized how much better this is now that it had cellared there on the shelf. It had to have been 10 years. I got home, I opened it up, and it's nothing like, you know, any recently stocked pouch that you may go and buy. There was a dramatic difference in this particular tin, and I think the cellaring was a big part of it. It stays here in my workshop. It's kind of my workshop. I'm out in my garage right now. If you can bear with me, I'm trying to get everything fixed up. This is my idea of a workspace, workshop, and my wife's idea of a waste depository. And basically everything she doesn't want in the house comes out here, and I told her, why don't you just throw it away if you don't want it. So we've reached a compromise. I'll throw it away. That's where we are right now. So, but I want to get, you know, everything fixed up here and be able to do more videos. Maybe have a more presentable area. So I'm doing this stuff on YouTube. I'm not really very technological. I've given up Facebook a long time ago. Never really went any further than Facebook. I just reached a point when I realized that it was a place that everybody liked to passive aggressively air out their dirty laundry, and we just had a bunch of drama, and I just got kind of sick of it. And I'm a police officer now. That's what I do. And when I was going through the hiring process, I knew that they really looked hard at your background and your Facebook, any kind of social media that you had. And I didn't really post anything that could be viewed as offensive, but you know, maybe some other people that I had on my friends list may do so. And instead of going through all of the politics, social media has its own politics. Why did you unfriend me? Why did this? I didn't want to go into all that, so I just deleted it, and I've been fine without it ever since. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. But yeah, I'm a man of many interests. I love the outdoors. I'm a musician. I've been a guitarist for about 29 years, and in the last few years I've been mostly a fingerstyle folk musician, singer-songwriter, that kind of thing. More of a songwriter than a singer. I try once in a while though. So I'd like to kind of bring some of the topics that me and my brother have at Mantle, and be able to share some of those things here. I might share some of my other interests, and do some that may not be pipe related, but this is just where I like to come and relax at the end of the day, and sometimes do nothing. Just kind of a plain and simple guy. Just looking forward to getting involved in this community. See a lot of good videos, have come out, recently, and I just figured, well, it's time to throw my hat in the ring and get in there and be more active. So I do still smoke cigars from time to time. I will probably share some of the cigars that I like to smoke. I don't smoke a cigar as often. I'm more of a piper most of the time. Every now and then I'll get a good cigar. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I'm sure more aspects of who I am may come out in later videos, but I'm looking forward to it, and just appreciate your subscriptions, and just leave a comment if there's anything that you'd like me to go over. I'll probably do a lot of blends. May get my pipe collection in my cellar out, and go over some of that. Just kind of a standard deal. I know a lot of YouTube pipe smokers, do the same thing. Just kind of sharing ideas and things like that. I think those things are good. Like I say, most of the stuff that I have now is I buy in bulk, because you get more bang for your buck that way. A lot of time, I do have a lot of tins I like to buy. A lot of times you pay for the packaging, and a lot of those. I got a bunch of mason jars I like to let my stuff cellar for a while, and so I may bring a whole lot of those out. But yeah. Anyways, just giving a quick intro, and until we meet again, here's to piping.